Hey, Joey Starr here for Starr Quality Kitchen and another part of our Green Market Food series. Quick recap, went to the Green Market in Monticello, New York, known to the locals as the Korean grocery store. Picked up a bunch of items. I spent $100 on all these delicious items. Honestly, for all the stuff they had there, I could have dropped $500 and still not gotten everything that caught my eye. I'm going to review one of the remaining items and another item I picked up later to supplement this. So what we have here, Korean BBQ Style, which is the same brand as one of the other items that I reviewed. This one happens to be pork bulgogi, and if you've been paying attention to the previous videos or any other videos, I take every opportunity I can to have bulgogi, especially because it's not very plentiful in the area that I live in. So basically, got bulgogi, count me in. So according to the description here, Korean barbecue style pork bulgogi, marinated pork and binder product in sweet and savory sauce. I just want to point out, I'm looking here at the ingredients list, and one of the things that I like about the Korean barbecue style is that the ingredient list for their frozen foods is very small, barely a paragraph, and every ingredient that's listed here, very easy to pronounce, therefore it's not some crazy chemical or anything like that. In the rare occurrence where there's something that's not just a food, they're upfront about it. For example, it even says here, minimally processed except for ascorbic acid and vitamins A and E in apple puree and pineapple juice. So that little bit of ascorbic acid is in that puree and juice, and they tell you right there, hey, this is where it is, but outside of that, everything's natural. And you look at the ingredients list, I mean, pork, soy sauce, sugar, onion, mention the purees. I mean, it's just very natural type food. If you gotta go buy a frozen meal, this is not a bad way to go health-wise. And if this is anything like the last one we had by them, it's probably gonna be really good flavor-wise as well. Quick note on the price, not the cheapest thing you can buy. This is one meal, it's $20.99, but hopefully like the previous one, you get what you pay for, right? So to go along with this, I happen to notice on a regular shopping trip that my local supermarket happened to have this here. This is a rice medley of brown and jasmine rice, put out by none other than Bibigo. If you've been paying attention to previous videos, you know that Bibigo is one of my favorites when it comes to frozen and pre-made Korean cuisine. And one of the things I find fascinating about this, because this is the first Bibigo product that I've seen that's not frozen. This is one you just store it in the cupboard, and then when it's go time, you just pop it in the microwave and you're good to go. So I thought this would be good to pair with this, because this type of dish is going to be saucy and therefore it's practically crying for a side dish like rice. Let's get started here because I'm really hungry. According to instructions, keep it frozen so it's ready to use. Duh. Preheat the oven to 375. Already done. And I love the way they word this stuff. I'm not making fun of them. I think it's part of the charm. Cover pan with foil. Place the pan. Cooked. It's literally in quotes here, so I do that. Cooked for 8 to 10 minutes to reach 165 degrees Fahrenheit, or until the product is cooked thoroughly to an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit, which they reset. Measured by a food thermometer. That's what it says. And also, it has this little black banner there with white letters. It says, and it's all caps, so I'm gonna have to yell, "It is hot!" Glad they warned us. I might not have known that if they didn't mention it here. Let's get started, because again, I'm hungry. I'm actually starting to salivate, which is ridiculous, because you can't even smell this. It's frozen. It's in the box. All right, let's open the box. The box opening portion of the video right here. All right. Like before, shrink wrapped into this tray. If I was going to make this in the microwave, because they do have microwave instructions, I would use this tray in there. But since it's going into the oven, because we like to take the longer but more natural route to produce the best results, we're going to dump it into this pan as they instructed us to. All right. Pull this off. Foop. Go into here. Alright, dumped it right in there. Don't want to waste it in this. After all, this meal costs $21. I want to make sure I get as much as this as possible. That's the Medley in me screaming out, not because Medleys are cheap, but because we believe in getting cost effective. Get your money's worth. Alright, it's in a pan. I got my aluminum foil. Inside joke. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, you probably thought it was funny the way I said it anyway. Pop it into the oven. Set my timer. So, it's been 10 minutes. Let's see how it came out, huh? So, according to a quick inspection of the bulgogi, it appears to be done. I'm going to go ahead and recover this and allow it to sit for a minute or so while we prepare our brown and jasmine rice from Bibigo. Let's pull the sucker out of here. According to instructions, peel film to the dotted line. Heat on high for 90 seconds. Let it rest for a minute. Mix well and serve. All right, rice is done. I took the liberty of putting the rice on the plate and the bulgogi on the plate, and I left a little bit of the rice separated into this bowl so I could try it without the sauce or the bulgogi. Before I taste this, I just wanted to read something interesting from Bibigo's rice medley. It says, deliciously soft rice medley crafted with care. Isn't that sweet? Crafted with care. Aww. Steam cooked just like a rice cooker, pre-soaked for a soft and fluffy texture. I can tell you from removing the rice from this little bowl here, I can confirm that it does have a soft texture, definitely fluffy. You can kind of see. Now, bear in mind, it is half jasmine rice, so it's a little bit sticky as far as, sticking with other grains, but I mean, not horrifically clumpy. I mean, there's some separation of rice. It separates pretty easy, as you can see here. I think I'm ready to try it. Are you ready? Well, if you're not ready, get ready, because here it comes. So I'm gonna try a little chunk of this, just the rice as is, didn't touch any of the other stuff. All right, let's try it. Okay. Soft, tender. You have to remember, typically with Asian style rice, if you're gonna have it plain, it's usually not seasoned. It's pretty much rice as is. While it is aromatic, it's got almost like a bit of a nutty flavor, as someone once told me. I don't know if I agree that nutty is the right word, but I picture that person saying that when I try this. Tastes fresh, honestly. It feels, it tastes, smells exactly like it just came from a rice cooker. So I agree with Bibigo. No surprise, right? I mean, when has Bibigo let us down? Let's move on to here. I'm gonna take a quick shot of the plate here. I'm gonna be careful. First of all, the aroma. I'm salivating here. The aroma from the bulgogi is very prominent. It smells great. You can see here, there's a bit of glistening on the pieces here. Nice fatty pieces, nice lean pieces, kind of mixed together. Tender to the touch. I can just kind of poke it with the fork gently and comes up, falls off without much effort, so it's not like it's hard. It's nice tender pork, nice smell. This thing had so much juices coming out of it that I put the rice on the plate, put the bulgogi in there. I basically covered this entire rice over the bulgogi itself, and I don't know if you can see this on camera, it'd be pretty cool, but it's just running rampant on this plate here. I mean, it is so juicy. I'm freaking salivating here, and we're gonna have to try some. Let's try a piece of bulgogi by itself. I'm gonna go for a leaner piece. Take a bite of this. Bit chewy. It's not melt in your mouth tender, but just a small amount of chew, enough that you give your jaw a little bit of workout. But good. Flavorful. Now the pork itself, comparison to a lot of frozen pork you could be buying, it's fresh enough. Definitely a good amount of flavor. Let's try a fatty piece here. This is a nice fatty piece here. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that fatty piece. Look at that glistening there. That's a really lovely looking piece. Whoops. Here so. Again, chewy. The fat is not tender enough to just melt in your mouth, but there's definitely flavor there. The fat takes up a nice bit of the flavor from the sauce. It's a soy-based sauce. Obviously, fresh bulgogi, like the bulgogi I bought at that store that they made fresh, it's gonna be a lot better than this. But this is pretty good. Bearing in mind, this is a frozen meal. Popped it into the oven about 10 minutes. So now, let's try this rice. I am so looking forward to this rice. It's just, I want to take a big, nice scoop here. Look at all that. It is soaked through with bulgogi juice. I can't wait to take this bite. Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow, very flavorful. You know what? No offense to Korean BBQ Style, but I like the rice with their juice better than I like their pork with the juice. You know what? Let's grab another piece of pork. I'm gonna take a piece that's bit of lean meat, bit of fatty meat. I'm gonna just kind of soak it into this juice so it's a nice juicy piece. I just want to make a little comparison here. Let's get that. Dipping the pork in the juice makes a big difference. Listen, the pork's decent, but the juice from this bulgogi is on point. Dipping, particularly with smaller pieces like this one here, you get it, it's dripping with the juice, right? You put that in your mouth. Yeah, a lot better than the pieces are on their own. This rice, the rice was pretty good on its own to begin with, but in this juice, it's magical. It's so good. I have zero temptation to add any condiments to this. This juice is so freaking good in this rice. The last thing I want to do is chance ruining my experience by adding anything to it. This is so good on its own. It's just, no, honestly, maybe Bibigo and Korean BBQ Style can get together, have a collaboration where you had Bibigo's rice medley with the juice from Korean BBQ Style's pork bulgogi. Put that together in a bowl like this. So basically all rice and that juice. If that's not a bestseller, there's something wrong with the world. I'd buy that all the time. Preferably more at Bibigo's prices than Korean BBQ Style's prices. But hey, let's make it happen, guys. Seriously. I already had a couple of bites of each thing and I'm still salivating thinking about this rice with this sauce. Hell to the yeah. That's really it. First sip of my drink since starting this. That's it for this meal. There's gonna be one more video for the stuff that I bought from the green market that day. I'm looking forward to that one. I hope you're following along. I hope you look forward to that one too. I'm still hungry. This food is really good. Thank you so much for watching this video and any video that you watch of mine on any of my channels. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and stalk, and I will see you later. Bye.